Police identified the man a Jacksonville police officer shot as 22-year-old Devontae Jones. He was in critical but stable condition at UF Health Jacksonville. Less than 10 minutes ago, his family has reached out to us and tells us that he's stable and sitting up and asking to see his kids. Police say they were called to the Cleveland Arms apartment complex early this morning. Once the responding officers got inside the apartment complex, they say they found Jones strangling a woman. News4Jax spoke with that woman a short time ago, and you just heard she says she was not strangled. Meanwhile, people protesting the police shooting lined the streets and held signs chanting. And we're covering this from all angles tonight with several crews at the scene. We begin now with Channel 4's Ashley Harding with exactly what started this situation. Ashley?
Kent, it was a very active scene here, but just a little while ago, you can see they did clear the scene. So now people are coming and going as they please. But as we showed you, it's a very active scene not too long ago. But again, police say this began as a disturbance call. They say officers entered an apartment, spotted Jones on top of a woman, ordered him off of her. But when they came close to arresting him, that's when they say things started to go wrong. Police are working to find out everything that led up to an officer pulling out his gun and shooting a man in northwest Jacksonville. 22-year-old Devontae Jones was shot multiple times. Police say they were called to the apartment complex because of a fight. They say they found Jones in an apartment unit strangling a woman. I spoke to Katrina Oliver. She's identified herself as that woman, but says at no point did Jones harm her.
We were in a verbal altercation. Well, we were not. There was no hands being put on anybody. I didn't even hear the police announce themselves when they walked into my apartment.
But investigators tell a different story.
As the officer goes inside, he finds a subject on top of a female strangling her in the back bedroom of the apartment. The officer begins to give commands to that subject. He takes his taser out and points his taser at the subject.
Police say Jones listened and stopped, but as the officers tried to arrest him, they say he began to fight them and tried to run away.
The first officer discharged his taser at the subject. That did not strike the subject, struck a door frame. Probe's actually stuck in the door frame. Subject continues to run from the apartment, runs out the front door.
From there, they say Jones ran to another building and kicked in the door of another apartment. Inside was a woman and her 3 young children. They say he then ran from that apartment and the officer chased him and tried to use the taser on him again as he was trying to break down another apartment door. From there, JSO says Jones got a hold of the officer's taser. That's when the officer pulled out his gun and shot him, hitting him 4 times. Oliver doesn't believe Jones took the officer's taser.
I'm just shocked, but it took them to shoot him for them to arrest him, right? It was no need. He wasn't armed. He didn't have anything on him besides his hands and his feet. He emptied his pockets in the apartment.
Once again, we did speak with family members a little while ago. They say Devontae Jones is talking and is lucid. Now, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says they will be updating the public at a news conference tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. Of course, we will be bringing those updates to our viewers. Reporting live on the northwest side, I'm Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.
Ashley, Katrina Oliver, we understand, has children with Jones. Do we know anything about how their 3 kids are doing after hearing about all this?
You know, Kent, when I talked to her, she said that she had not yet told them about this. Obviously very upsetting, and certainly would be upsetting for 3 young children. Her hope is that they will all get to see him in the hospital very soon.
All right, Ashley Harding reporting live for us tonight on this breaking news. And across the street from the shooting at Cleveland Arms Apartments, dozens of people protested the violence. They're upset with police, saying that they fired at an unarmed man. Channel 4's Haley Winslow is live there. Haley, what's that been like? Because we know the scene is kind of winding down. You were there earlier.
Yeah, chaotic is the best way to explain it. Dozens of people packed this parking lot, holding signs high and banners, waving flags, and chanting at police across the street at Cleveland Arms.
Don't shoot to kill. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Don't shoot to kill.
At the time, they did not know the details of how the situation unfolded, but they were angry and fed up that their friend and family member was critically hurt. Ironically, Devontae Jones's brother-in-law says he has held 2 Stop the Violence protests here before, and says Jones even participated in one, and now he's the subject of the shooting. Demonstrators say these police-involved shootings need to stop.
All I ever wish for, because I'm a voter, I just wish that someday that all of us could get along with each other.
Angry, confused, motivated, you know what I mean, inspired, you know, all types. I got mixed emotions.
We spoke to the woman who lives next door to Jones's kids. She heard and saw the shooting and says before he got a hold of the officer's taser, he was unarmed.
The police ran in the house. They started to scuffle, fight. You can hear them bumping, fighting. And the guy that lives there, he ran downstairs. When he ran downstairs, he had tasers, stringy stuck in his back. When he got downstairs, he ran in someone's house. He ran out their back door, around the corner, and I guess when he got around the building, in front of someone's house, the first apartment, in front of that ending building, the police shot him multiple times.
Organizers are planning another rally here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Reporting live in Northwest Jacksonville, Haley Winslow, Channel 4, the local station.